Hello guys, it's John here from the Body Engineers and welcome to the TRX upper body workout. So what we've got today is 6 exercises or 6 rounds, and we're going to do 2 sets for each one. So the first set, we're going to do 30 seconds of work followed by 30 seconds of rest. This will just allow you to get used to the exercises and so I can demonstrate them a little bit more. And then for the second set, we're going to step it up a little bit. We're going to do 45 seconds of work followed by 15 seconds of rest. And then ideally, if you have time at the end, then re-watch the second set and repeat that to do 3 or at least 2 sets really in total for the 45-second work time. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a TRX push-up, then we're going to go into, so we're going to do push and then a pull, and we're going to do that for both back and chest, and then we're going to do that for 2 rounds of different back and chest exercises, and then we're going to do a bicep and tricep. So both of them are push-pull for the all 6 exercises. So what you're going to need is make sure that the TRX is set up correctly, and then you want it to be generally, well, for the first exercise we need it mid-calf height. So you're going to have the strap just in the middle of the calf. So just make sure it's in that position to start with, because what we're going to do is put the feet in and do a push-up. So I'll just show you that quickly before we actually start the time. So you don't really necessarily need a mat for this, but if you want, you can use one just to get in position. But you're going to lie on your glutes first, then rock back, and then you could twist the strap first, and then place the ankle straps over the top of the feet, and then you're going to untwist them, turn onto your front, sorry, and then grab some handles. I use handles for push-up, but if you prefer using your hands just on the ground like that, you can also, as long as you have enough mobility in your wrist. So we're going to do a TRX push-up where you're going to have the handles around shoulder width apart, come into a strong plank, push the heels back, and then you're slowly going down, squeezing the shoulders together, squeeze the abs, and then driving back up. Now if that's too hard, you could do it from the knees, just as a modification, and then you could also do, well, one knee, it's not going to make much difference, but you need to do 2 knees, or you could do like 1 full push-up and then go to the knees and rest, and then do another full push-up, whatever sort of intensity level you can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by demonstrating each exercise for the 30 seconds of work followed by 30 seconds of rest, and we'll do that for the 6 rounds, and then we'll step in, as I said, to have a little break, and then we'll go into the 45-second work time. So are you ready? So we're going to do in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So we're starting with the TRX push-up. So hands are going to be shoulder width apart. Push the heels back. Slowly go down, squeeze the shoulders together. When they're together, and then you just bring in the elbows across. So you're really trying to isolate the chest as much as you can in this one by keeping the shoulders back the whole time. So elbow across. So slowly down, squeeze the shoulders, squeeze the abs, and then you're going to come out of this, and then we're going to go into a row. So we're going to go from chest into a back exercise. So you could keep the strap same length for this one, and then you're going to start. So we're doing a high row, so you're going to bring the elbows out to the sides and then walk the feet forwards in this position so you feel a nice squeeze in the back, and then you're slowly extending the arms, and then you're coming up, squeezing the shoulders together. So slowly extend, and then keep the elbows up, pause at the top, squeeze the shoulders together. You should feel this quite a bit into the upper traps as well. Drive up, keep your forearm in line with the strap the whole time. Up, squeeze, and then slowly down. Pause, slowly back, and rest there. And then we're going to go into a TRX Atomic Push-up. So very similar to the previous one we did, but it's just going to incorporate some abs as well, and we're going to do the push-up in a slightly different way. So you're going to go back into putting your feet into the TRX, same way as we did just earlier, and then rock onto your front. So this time we're going to do with the elbows in push-ups. This is going to be a bit more tricep and shoulder. So you're going to place the handles in this orientation, and your elbows are going to be pointing backwards. So you're going to come up into a high plank, squeeze the abs first, make sure you're nice and strong, and then you're keeping the elbows tucked in, drive up, and then you're going into a crunch with the knees in. So elbows in, push up, squeeze the shoulders, drive back up, hips up, knees into chest. So you could do this with the push up from the knees as well. So if you're on the knees, go down, drive up, and then lift the legs up, hips up, knees into chest, like that. And then we're going to go back into a row again, where we're going to do the low row this time. So you're keeping the elbows in for this one. So it's just slight variations which make quite a lot of difference into how it feels. So keep the elbows by your sides, squeeze the shoulders together, and then walk the feet forwards, and then slowly extend the arms, and then drive up, squeeze the shoulders together. So slowly extend, pause at the top, make sure you really pause, squeeze the shoulders together, and then slowly back. So this one you should feel more in the middle, in between the shoulder blades, whereas the previous one we just did, the high row, you'll feel more maybe in the upper shoulders, and the upper traps. So you're just keeping the elbows tucked in, and keep the forearm in line with the strap. And rest there. And then we're going to go into a TRX Bicep Curl. So this one is a pretty tough one. So you're going to bring your arms up into this position first. So make sure you've got tension in the biceps. And then you're going to walk the feet forwards just a little bit. And then extend. And then drive up. Pause at the top. And slowly back. So you're driving the elbows up, pause, and slowly back. So just make sure you've got a nice strong plank. Keep the elbows up first, walk the feet forwards, slowly extend, and you're keeping the elbow pits up to the ceiling. So as you curl, just try and make sure that your elbows don't drop like this. You keep them up the whole time. Pause, and then slowly extend. Pause. So your hands should finish kind of like at the top of your head kind of height. And then we're going to go into a tricep extension. So you're going to place the straps over your shoulders. Now typically this one is done with the arms like this. Now this is really not a good way of doing it which I won't really get into too much now, but if you don't have enough pronation in your elbow, then what will happen with this traditional way of doing it is your elbows will flare out as you do it. So you want to bring the strap into, or you hold the strap like this. So you're just going to place it like that, and then hold it on both sides same way. And then you can keep your elbow in a more neutral position that way. So then you're just keeping a nice straight line between the shoulders, hips, and ankles. And then you're slowly lowering yourself by bending the elbow. Keep them in, and then extend. So keep them in, and then extend. That's it. And you can adjust the intensity as with all of them by either bringing the feet further back, which will make it harder, which will make it really hard, or you can make it easier by being more upright and then extending that way. Now, this one typically can be a little bit stressful on the elbow, so if you do feel it too much in the elbow, then probably best not to do it, and you could then maybe switch to a dumbbell tricep kickback if you have dumbbells at home, something a bit like this where you're extending the elbow and then extending the shoulder and then extending the elbow like that, and that will fire up the triceps quite well for that instead. Okay, so just a little bit of a break, and then we're going to go into the second round where we're going to do 45 seconds for each exercise. I'll see you in a second. All right guys, so welcome back to the second round of the TRX upper body workout. So we're going to go back to the TRX push-up. So we're going to go onto the ground, and then we're going to you're going to grab the TRX with your fingers, and then rock back, place your place it right on top like that. It doesn't really matter if it's not untwisted because it should twist anyway. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So this is 45 seconds this time. So it's going to be a little bit more challenging. So we're doing the elbows out push-up. So make sure it's shoulder width apart, even strap, push the heels back, slowly go down, squeeze the shoulders together. Try and keep the shoulders together as you just bring the elbow across, so that will help to isolate the chest a bit more rather than using some of the other muscles of the upper body. So keep the abs nice and tight as well. Slowly go down. Only go down until your shoulder blades come together and then stop and then push back up. Now if the full one's too hard, as I said, you could do the knee push-up instead and rest there. So then we're going to go straight into the high row. So come onto your feet, grab the handles, elbows up, walk the feet forwards so you feel a squeeze in your back, and then extend the arms, keep the elbows up and drive up. So try and just drive with the fingers. Try not to grip the handles too much. Keep the elbows as high as you can. Now if you have any shoulder issues like shoulder impingement or anything like that, then this would not be a good exercise for you because of the shoulder position. So just keep the elbows out. So you're bringing the hands a bit wider as you come up. Find that squeeze in the top, pause, and then slowly go down. Pause, and then down. Pause, and rest there, good. And then we're gonna go into the atomic push-up. So then grab the handles again, back onto the floor, rock back, place the straps on top, roll onto your back. And then this time we're orientating the handles front to back. Nice strong plank, elbows in, push up, back up, knees into chest. So this is a bit of an ab and tricep, front of the shoulder exercise. Still a bit of push of the chest, but not as much. So only go down, squeeze the shoulders together, hips up, knees into chest. Push, that's it. Just over 10 seconds. Make sure you drive the hips up, knees into chest. And rest there. And then into the low row. So handles to the side. Grab, face the anchor point again. So start with the shoulders by your sides. So shoulders squeezed, elbows by your sides. Walk the feet forwards a little bit. And then down, squeeze the shoulders together. Slowly. Pause. And then slowly down. So keep the elbows tucked in. So this is going to be, as I said, more of the middle of the back rather than the previous row we just did, where it's going to be the top of the back and into the shoulders. Pause, hold it here, and then slowly extend. So make sure you're just keeping on your heels as well. So try not to keep your feet flat on the ground. And rest there. All right, and then we're gonna go into the bicep curl. So again, this one is setting up with the elbows up. Flex the biceps first. So make sure you really feel the biceps and then walk the feet forwards. Slowly extend the arm. Elbows up, squeeze the top, and then slowly down. Pause, pause. Try and keep the elbows as high as possible. Pause, and then down. If it gets too hard, then you can walk the feet back a little bit so you're more upright, and then it'll be easier. Drive the elbows up and rest there. Whew. Really feel that in the biceps. And then you're going to turn and face away from the TRX, and then you're going to fold the handle like that, so you can keep your wrist in a neutral position for the tricep extension. Then you're going to go into a sort of a nice angled or inclined plank, elbows in, and then you're just extending the arms to make sure you're really holding the strap nice and hard. So again, keeping the wrist in this position just helps to keep the elbows still, so you can just focus on extending the arms and the elbows don't flare out. That's it. Good. Keep a nice strong plank, so just choose your angle, choose whichever angle is going to be challenging for you, and rest there. Okay, so that's the end of this really quite short little upper body workout. Now, as I mentioned, please re-watch that second round and then redo it at least one more time, and then let me know what you think in the comment section below. Obviously, make sure to like if you like this workout, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll be having more workouts like this in the future. So remember guys, to be your best you, and I'll see you very soon.
The Body Engineers.